Welcome back to the channel. Here we provide a daily dose of life lessons based on stories from the Bible. Here is today's lesson from the Bible. Big things in small packages. Life lesson from 1 Chronicles 8.1-40. The tribe of Benjamin. In a world that often tells us bigger is better, we can find powerful life lessons from unlikely sources in the Bible. One of these lessons comes from the tribe of Benjamin, the smallest tribe in Israel. Despite its humble beginnings and a near-catastrophic moment in history, Benjamin's story shows us that significance isn't determined by size, but by purpose. 1 Chronicles 8:1-40 recounts the history of the tribe of Benjamin, the youngest of Jacob's sons. At one point, this tribe was almost wiped out entirely, leaving it on the brink of extinction. Yet, instead of fading away into irrelevance, the tribe of Benjamin bounced back and played a key role in Israel's history. From this small tribe came Israel's first king, Saul, demonstrating that even from the smallest and seemingly weakest groups, great things can emerge. Small beginnings, great impact. The story of Benjamin teaches us that God doesn't measure worth or potential the way humans do. While the world tends to value size, power, and visibility, God values faithfulness, humility, and trust. The tribe of Benjamin wasn't chosen because of its size or status, but because of its role in God's larger plan. From this tribe, Israel found a leader in Saul, proving that greatness can come from the most unexpected places. In our lives, we often feel pressure to be more, to have more, or to make a bigger impact. But God doesn't need us to be the biggest or most prominent. Like Benjamin, even if we come from humble beginnings, have a small sphere of influence, or feel unseen, we still have an important role in God's plan. Greatness in God's eyes. God is not looking for people with great status, wealth, or fame. He is looking for people who trust and obey Him. In fact, throughout the Bible, God often chooses the small, the weak, and the overlooked to accomplish His greatest purposes. This pattern of small packages holding great potential is found not only in the tribe of Benjamin but throughout Scripture. David was the youngest and least likely to be chosen as king. Jesus was born in a humble manger in the small town of Bethlehem. This biblical theme challenges the idea that you have to be prominent or powerful to make a difference. Instead, it reminds us that what matters most is our faithfulness to God's call. Whether you're leading a small family, working in a quiet corner of your community, or serving in ways that seem insignificant, God sees and values your contribution. He has a purpose for everyone, no matter how small we may feel. Your role in God's plan. So, what does this mean for us? It means that we shouldn't measure our worth by the world's standards. Instead, we should trust that God has placed us exactly where He wants us, with the gifts and talents we need to fulfill His purpose. You don't have to be famous or have a large following to be valuable in God's eyes. Like the tribe of Benjamin, you are part of His divine plan, no matter your background, status, or where you come from. Remember, God isn't concerned with how big or small your impact seems. He cares about your heart and your willingness to follow Him. Just as He used the tribe of Benjamin, He can use you to do great things, no matter how small your beginnings may appear. Conclusion: trust in the smallness. The story of the tribe of Benjamin shows us that significance is not about size, but about purpose. God often works through the small and overlooked to accomplish His plans. You may feel like you're from a small place or have a modest life, but that doesn't mean you're any less important in the eyes of God. Trust that He has a purpose for you and never underestimate the power of small things when they're part of His greater plan. Come back tomorrow for more life lessons of the Bible. Let us know in the comments if this lesson has been helpful to you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.